to Go's Reviews. You suggest it, I review it. And guys, I am dealing with one weird film. It's a strange movie that a lot of people consider... No, what was the words? Hang on. Funny, weird, and everything about St. Patrick's Day. The reality is it's a vomit-inducing crap fest that should never be seen by anyone. I am, of course, talking about the horrors of Leprechaun 4 in space. The Leprechaun series has been known for their notorious weirdness. The first film was a campy, odd horror film about a bunch of people getting killed by a leprechaun. While that was weird, at least it was funny weird. And then it went down to anything all horror franchises are down to the freaking franchise. It's a little known fact that every sequel to Leprechaun must be weirder than the first. Part 2 was a movie about a leprechaun trying to find a bride. Part 3 was about him going to Vegas. And while the two films come after this were decent, this one is a downer. Leprechaun 4 in space. Let's take a look. The film begins in the future, where a bunch of space marines are trying to find a horrifying alien. One scientist has been told by her instructor, Professor Mittenhand, yeah, that's one charming name, to be protected. We cut to a planet where a princess is being held hostage by a horrifying alien, the leprechaun. You know, he may be ugly, but he's pretty smooth for an ugly man. And by the way, he's dressed up in a suit. That's right, it's Khan, Leprechaun. Apparently the leprechaun wants to marry the princess and become a king. I think this is just an excuse so he can sleep with a hot blonde. Oh, come on, like you have never thought of that. The Marines show up and get into a shooting fight with Leprechaun after this one Marine tries stealing his gold and getting killed by a lep saber. I don't think George Lucas is gonna like this. They get into a firefight with the Leprechaun, and the princess goes near the shooting, and one of them throws a grenade, and the Leprechaun, not wanting to lose his key to royalty, lands on the grenade, and he explodes. And one of them marks their kill by peeing on the leprechaun's corpse. Why? Anyway, the leprechaun goes upstream, and on the plane, everyone's getting good and drunk. Two of the Space Marines go off for lovey time, and the guy sneaks in, and the leprechaun bursts out of the dude's pants and makes a bad joke. By the way, you can see the wire that was making him fly. God, this movie's cheap. Anyway. Keep it down, I'm reviewing a movie! Anyway. So the princess's hand got blown up by the grenade earlier, and it turns out that she has regenerative blood. And the Mitten Hand has his assistant keep that in mind. Anyway, the leprechaun is on board, and the Marines are trying to hunt him down. And it doesn't go well since the leprechaun goes into this room full of skin-eating bacteria. And the leprechaun sneaks into a little hazmat suit. It's a good thing they had a leprechaun-sized hazmat suit. He rips open one of the Marine suits, and he ends up becoming a cheap Halloween skeleton. Seriously, it looks like they had an old Halloween decoration, and they decided, might as well use it. In fact, I have a skit that would be perfect for this. Never mind. Anyway, I said I had a skit that'd be perfect for this. Where the heck are you? Hey Tom, I have this old skeleton here. What do you want me to do with it? So the leprechaun sneaks into the science lab after pretending to be a naked chick and doing the Hannibal Lecter sound.
Wait, what?
You know that. Screw you, Lep 4.
Wait, hold on.
He brings the princess wakes up, and the leprechaun puts a ball gag in Mittenhand's mouth, so he wouldn't talk. And then he mixes the thing that they were going to use, that the leprechaun was going to use for the stuff that the Mittenhand was going to use to put his entire body back. I forgot to mention that Mittenhand's a cyborg, and the only part left is like right up to here. That's about all. It's like that's all he has really. Anyway, and the leprechaun mixes it up with a scorpion and a tarantula. Okay, 1, why would you have a scorpion and a tarantula in space? 2, I don't think that's possible. And 3,
Same as 1 and 2.
yeah, pretty much. Where are we? 15 minutes. Where are we? Like 75 minutes in an hour-long film. Anyway, so the leprechaun shows up and shows that he's put one of the Marines in dynamite and is about to take him away. And then the princess shows them her punishment by unbuttoning her top. You want to touch upon that?
Huh?
You want to touch upon that?
Yes.
Alright, fine. Alright, fine.
Well,
So explain why it was really stupid that saying they'll meet their doom while she takes her top off.
kids, if you're watching this, cover your eyes.
That was pointless, but okay.
What, was that funny?
Now, if you thought I just stopped my tracks to give that pointless moment, then you know exactly how this movie makes me feel. Anyway, so he dresses up. So the leprechaun dresses the Marine he took in drag. Don't ask. The movie's almost over. I'll deal. And it turns out that Sergeant Tinfoil Head, yeah, because he had tinfoil on his head, was a cyborg. Just like an alien. This film is pretty much ripping off Alien, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I really need to fix that. I really need to fix that echo.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
All right, shut up.
Never, 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 never. Ow, 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 ow.
Anyway. So the leprechaun sets the ship to self-destruct, and now the princess has grown tired of him. So the leprechaun gives her acne. That's no shame. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna wrap this up. They fire the leprechaun with a shrink and grow ray, which doesn't shrink him, but instead makes him a giant. But it doesn't shrink him, instead makes him a giant. He attacks the Marines, and they throw him into space, and the leprechaun blows up. Leprechaun blows up, and the leprechaun gives a middle finger salute. So that was Leprechaun 4, and
That didn't happen.
what do you know?
Stop choking me.
Get out of my show, Sharkhead.
Never.
So that was Leprechaun 4 in space. Yeah, by God, I'm glad this movie's over. This movie is one strange event where was my opinion of jumping the shark. It's not a great movie. If you like odd, weird films, you might like this film okay. Or if you're a fan of the Leprechaun series, you might like this film okay too. And thanks for watching. I'm Go the Reviewer, and I'll see you next time.